In this lesson, we're going to discuss how to schedule content, which consists of page content as well as overlay region content. Both of those types of content are separate from each other and can be scheduled individually. So let's get into a project, and let's start with page content. So let's choose a page. Let's choose our page 5 map here, and to get to its properties for scheduling, come down here to the bottom and choose your schedule tab. As you can see, it's scheduled to run for 10 seconds, which is the duration that'll stay on the screen, and run always, so that means it's always valid to play in the rotation of however many pages you have in this project. If, for example, you wanted this page to play between a certain date and time range, then all you need to do is double click the schedule. Let's bring that down. And as you can see, we got the type of scheduling we have right here. So we have run always, we have scheduled, so you could schedule this page to play between that certain date and time. We have single events and repeating events, which play at exact date and times. So let's just choose scheduled and go ahead and schedule a page to play for maybe the duration of next month. So let's choose that. I'll just choose maybe June 1st to June 31st is when we want this particular page to play for whatever reason. And maybe between 7 in the morning and 5 o'clock at night. And we could also choose to which days those pages run on, either every day, weekends, weekdays only, and for this lesson we'll just keep it every day. Now you could also come up here and adjust the dwell time or duration of the page, which is set to 10 seconds. You can set that up to 24 hours if you like. It's really up to you on how long you want your viewers to see this particular page. Let's just keep it at 10 seconds. Let's click OK. And there you go. So that page is scheduled to run between June 1st and June 30th, between 7 and 5. And after that, it just drops out of the rotation altogether. If you need to add more pages, or more scheduling, then you can just click on this add button right here. Typically 90% of your scheduling is going to be run always and a single line of scheduling. Now let's show you how to schedule an event. The page we just scheduled uses a concept called page time domain, and that means that the page will play between that certain date and time range that you specify. An event will actually play at an exact date and time and override whatever's playing in your project. So let's say, for example, you have a page that welcomes a guest coming into your facility, and you know that person's going to arrive at 8 o'clock in the morning. Let's just use the same page, so let's double click our scheduling, and this time we're going to choose single event, and we can choose our duration. So maybe we want to make sure if he's coming in at 8 o'clock in the morning, we want to make sure he sees this, so we'll run this for say 15 minutes, and we'll schedule that on maybe this Monday the 17th, and so we want that to play at say 7:55. Make sure he comes in early, and then the guest sees that page as it's up. So let's click OK, and there you go. So this page is going to override whatever is playing at 7:55 on June 17th, and then play for 15 minutes, and then drop out of the rotation and never play again. Our last type of scheduling is called repeating events, which combine single events with scheduling. So let's double click that and let's choose that option. Now, repeating events allow you to choose how often you want this piece of content to repeat, within seconds, minutes, hours, days, or even weeks. So for example, maybe we have a public service announcement video that we wanted to play every day at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We could go ahead and schedule that. So we'd start it from, say, the 1st of the month, and we'll just keep that in September. And we want it to start at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And it's going to end on the dwell time, so it's only going to play for 15 minutes, so until doesn't really matter at this point. Days to play on, we're going to choose every day because we do want this piece of content to play every single day. And then we're going to choose how often it repeats. So we're going to go down to days, so it's going to repeat every one day at 3 o'clock, and then automatically drop out of the rotation until the following day comes up at 3 o'clock, play for 15 minutes, and then drop out of the rotation. So that's repeating events. The last thing I would like to touch on with scheduling is that scheduling is for content. So right now we just scheduled page content. You can actually go into your overlay crawl region content. So let's choose the bottom one here. Make sure we save everything there. Save. And that'll take you up to the content list that's under your bottom crawl one. As you can see, everyone has the same scheduling lines, of which defaults to run always, so these crawl lines will just kind of play in succession of each other. and you could also double click them to schedule them similar to pages. So if you have some upcoming events or anything like that, you could schedule the date range and time range at which you'd like those to play. If the crawl line itself is not crawling, if it's set to static, maybe we want this just centered right here, like that. That means that it's going to stay on the screen for whatever duration we set, which is defaults to 8 seconds. So we could double click that, uncheck our project default, and maybe we want that up for 30 seconds. We'll hit OK, and then there you go. So it changes on the screen. So if it's not crawling, remember, it'll stay up on the screen for the duration that you set. So again, scheduling can be applied to all types of content, whether it's page content or overlay region content. Thank you.